Hey everybody, welcome back to another drawing tutorial. So today we're going to be drawing stone free. Given that the new JoJo season was announced, I thought I'd draw Jolene's stand. So this is the manga version because the anime visual hasn't been released yet. So I have a video of Jolene already. So if you want to check that out, it's on my channel, just search. But we'll do stone free, we'll do her stand. So we're on landscape orientation page. You use a pencil and hit pause if I go too fast. Pencil and eraser. JoJo characters, especially ones in the manga, are kind of tricky, right? Because this is a manga drawing. Because the bodies are always distorted and stuff like that. So they're always pulling poses and things. They're never just standing straight. So take your time. We've got a head tilt 3/4 pose. It's tricky. It's pretty advanced head to draw. So we're going to start with the glasses that stone free wears, right? So let's go. So we're just center point my page about here, say that's where the chin will be, and we're just going to come up close to the top, leave a little bit of a gap for the head, and then we're going to do a diagonal line here, right? And then this kind of dips down in the center, so this is like the middle part of the glasses, and then it can keep going diagonal that way. Okay, so if you wanted, you could use a ruler, you know, just to keep that sort of line, you know, to keep it sort of straight. But if you're able to do it freehand, just a line with a dip in the middle, go for it. And then we'll do sort of a bump here on the side, and then it kind of sticks out, and then down there. And then we're going to curve it around underneath, and it goes underneath that part of the glasses that goes across the nose. And because we're in a 3/4 pose now, this side of the glasses is like real small, and this side is going to be real big. Okay, so it's going to like curve around a lot. See, it's because it's 3/4 pose. And in 3/4 pose, you have one eye that's closer to the viewer than the other side. So the head's turned away. It's called perspective. And then this curves down here. And then a line goes back that way. A bit of a hook on the side of the glasses there. And then the top of the glasses will go here, like so. And we could have like some lines just around the edge, the rim of the glasses, just here. And there is like shadow and stuff inside, but you should really do that with color because it's like green and stuff. So but we'll add just a little bit. Some edges to it. You could add intense shadow if you wanted, but I think that's much easier. And then you can color different shades of green and stuff if you wanted to color. So then, right, so the side of the face. So we'll bring this down here, curve a hook down this way, right? And then there's 3 of these that come across underneath the glasses. So we'll go one there, next one, up, and then the third one, so, back around. And this can have sort of lines that come down just to give it a sort of an edge, like so, maybe a little one in this one, right? Now in here we have the mouth and the nose, but they're just done by sort of these gaps. It's not actually lips or nostrils or anything. We just have sort of an oval or a rectangle with round ends, like that, 2 of them. Right? And they have sort of a lip inside, sort of make it look a bit 3D. Add an edge line like so, and color it in dark black. Like that. Right, so our chin, just down here, sort of curves around like so, and it kind of goes up for the jaw a little bit longer. Maybe to about there, right? And like in terms of proportion, I guess, like there's the center line for the face is here, right? So that's why this is so big. So curves down there. And then like, say like if you went eyes to, say, this gap here, the top of this glasses is to the chin. So like this is like halfway between this line of the glasses and the chin. So like here to here is about the same as here to here. So if you went diagonal now, so this, about the same as that. Okay, so that's kind of proportions, but you know, we're not really in, it's a stand, so proportions can be different, but just trying to keep it in sort of some semblance of normalcy. It's tricky, but give it your best shot. And then jaw comes up like so, curves around to here, and you know, you can make sometimes in the manga and stuff there can be jaw lines and hatching lines and things, you know, underneath the chin, and you know, shadows and things, but we got to draw the neck, I guess, before we do that. So we'll finish the head. So we got like a big round ear, so comes out and around here, right, like so, and then it's got like, looks like what's like a chip taken out of it or something, just here. Like that. And then this will continue around the back to there, and then curve line there. We go up to there. All right, and then we'll bring this around and then give it sort of an edge line like so. And sometimes we can have, you know, hatching, sort of that Iraqi style. Yeah. But I won't do too much of this because it's probably boring. So we'll just get the general shapes in so we can color. And right, so then we'll bring this up around. It's like the side of the head. And then, so these three silver spikes correspond to silver spikes that go up around the head, right? So they curve up around it, and each one, okay? So we jump over the glasses and we go back around. Top of the head there, jump over the glasses, top of the head there. And say like we could have like an edge line just there. And the next one then will come out from behind this one. So, right, like so, and bring it down to there. And then the next. And like so. So hatching lines. Next one, out around. So the middle one is the one that like sticks up the most, and we'll give it an edge line as well. All right. so. And then we've got sort of these crisscross lines that come across the head. So, right, so we've got like a line there. And then these sort of have lines that come across like this. So these, if you don't want to do so many, you could spread them out, you know, if you want them to be wider apart. You know, to change things up if you don't like it, make the character sort of suit you. Once you get the main elements like the glasses and stuff and the spikes, you can change things. Feel free to change things. You know, it's your drawing, not my drawing. So, lines here, you can do some hatching. And there's some bolts. Looks like there's loads of these. You know, and you could do a shadow. You could thicken up one end if you wanted. That's how you do a shadow on a circular object. You just make one line edge thicker. Well, it's the same on anything really. You just thicken that up, see? And it makes it look like there's light coming from this direction. And you could do that on these as well. You know, if you wanted to add a bit of shadow. You don't have to, of course. But it's just a little tip. You know, thicken up a line makes it look like it's more shadowy. See? But, you know, optional, totally optional. And then we do curve line coming down that way. For the side of the head. Right, the neck at the front, so just kind of curves down here. And the neck at the back, so we got like a kind of a bump for the head. And then this sort of bump that comes out here. And then a rim sort of curves in there. And a bit of a gray section in here. Okay. And this has diagonal lines all coming down. Like so. Okay. And then, so, we can see some of the trapezius on this side. Like that. So the head is tilted back. So like, so we're dealing with angles of the spine. So like your spine, think of the spine running up through the chest and kind of like an S. So like touches, meets the brain here and like curves that way, right? It's like an S shape. It's always good to visualize the spine when you have a character sort of flowing like this. Sorry, I cracked my knuckles. Say it comes this way, right? So anyway, so it's got like sort of a piece of armor, chest armor or something comes down this way, right? So these is like the collar parts here. And of course we're asymmetrical, we're different on both sides, and this will come down like so. Right? And then it'll go back up. It'll sort of snake and bend its way up to here, right? So got like a bit of a turn here. And then it'll come up and across, right? This way. So that's one there, and then we go up like so. And around it into here, okay? And then there's like an egg-shaped section, like an egg-shaped hole, or just an egg-shaped section. That's hard to say. Egg-shaped section. Tongue twister. Egg-shaped section. Like here. And this has lines going across. So, right, and then sort of neck muscle lines. Well, they're not really neck, well, they are and they aren't. Kind of done in hatching, sort of coming down like so. You know, this kind of stuff. It's supposed to be a neck muscle, but it's an element of shadow as well to it. So, and maybe like a shadow behind the ear here. And maybe a bit of a shadow under the chin. Like so. And then we got some more of those circles or bolts or studs. Like so, and you can add just a thicker line on one side. Some hatching there. Right, so then the rest of this chest plate then will come down like so. Right, and very sort of exaggerated musculature. So it comes down, angles back up, comes down this way, angles up to there. Okay, and then we can have another sort of shadow section, right? So as I said, like the spine is going this way. It's like snaking like an S, right? So that means the center of the chest plate is here, you know, and the stomach line is like there. So see, it goes S-ing sort of that way. So that's like the line for the body. Okay, so then we have sort of an extra sort of shadow area on the side of the muscle here, and this can be hatched all inside. Okay, if you want, just gives a shadow down here. And there could be what we would say is a collarbone, but we'll just add sort of some lines going around there just to give it a look of anatomy, and then some lines there as well. Okay. Okay, so ribs, I guess. So like coming down from the chest area, like down here, right? Sort of there, and then like a curve, the diaphragm sort of curves around there. And then there can be some lines coming down this way. Like so, and maybe something coming down here. It's done mostly in hatching and shadow, so we'll just draw what we see. And then the side of the body here. And maybe we'll put a shadow just in the armpit area as well. Right, so shoulders. So out over here we've got like just an oval, right? Like a real big oval. So I don't know what it's, you know, it's armor or something on the stand's shoulder. It just comes out down here. And then the shoulder will go into there. And then the arm just sorts of comes out like here somewhere and goes down. And then we have another piece of armor in here. We've got like an edge line to it. And maybe like another section there. So bolts. So on these shoulder pads there is some details, but I'll come back to it and do it all at once because it's pretty erratic. So it's not like it's hard to sort of make it out, but there is like a main sort of area, I guess, like a a curve on it like this. With some hatching coming down here, but there is patterns. I'll come back to the patterns. We'll do some of the lines that are in here. Okay, so like a section that goes diagonal this way, and then one diagonal this way. So, and so then the other shoulder pad, right? So the other shoulder is turned away from us, right? So you can see that this side of the chest is smaller than this side, right? So you can fit this across here twice, basically. 1, 2. So this is twice the size of this. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Okay, we're in thirds. That's why it's 3/4 pose. It's not the full pose, it's just 3/4 of the body. So then, this shoulder then on this side. So we'll go into there, and then we'll go diagonal. And then it comes down around for the actual shoulder muscle. And then the tricep comes down. And we got like an extra line sort of here. And it's like there's a shadow in the armpit here as well. Like so. And some bolts with just a drop shadow on them. Like so. And there's some on the shoulder. There. And then right top of the sort of shoulder armor-ish area there. And then inside here we've got, so lots of those crisscross lines, right? So comes across this way, right, first. Like so, and then we have that round sort of shell on this side. Like so, down. And then in here. Like so, and there's like shadow all in here. And we could have like sort of an edge line just coming down here. Like so. And right, so the patterns on the shoulder. So I'll just do them in black. They are done in black, so I'll just do them. So we got like a thick line here on the corner. And then something coming down here. They're kind of random. I don't know if they're supposed to be something, but we'll draw it in anyway. Like that, and then so on this side, it's like a diamond here. And they're done. It looks like they're done with like an ink brush, so they're quite sort of messy. They're not like, they're not tidy at all. Of course, in the anime, it'll probably be different, but I'll just copy what I can see here. That's what I got so far. And then so generally, that's what I can see there. So I'll leave it at that. That is how to draw Stone Free from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. I hope it was helpful. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.